Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Tobias and today we're going to see some goblin warriors of Moria fighting some warriors of the dead. So let's see how it goes. So first of the two armies, we've got the warriors of the dead over here and the Moria goblins over here. The warriors of the dead have got the blades of the dead special rule and they cause terror. So they don't determine the number against the goblin's defense, but against its courage. And they only got a courage value of 2. So they will need to check if they can charge them because of the terror and special rule, and the warriors of the dead can kill the goblins on force instead of a higher fight value or a higher value of the defense if it were another scenario. So the goblin warriors will kill the warriors of the dead on 6s. So let's see the first round of fighting. Also, the Moria goblins got priority this turn, so they will need to test their courage against the warriors of the dead to charge. Let's see. So for this first round, I checked the courage test for a lot of for all the Moria goblins, and only these 4 could charge because all the other froze. They need 8 to pass the courage test. So over here, a warrior of the dead went into this Moria goblin. So we've got a lot of only one-on-one fights. This warrior of the dead has got a shield, so he actually needs to be killed on first a 6 and then a 4. So let's see the first fight here. It's a 4 against a 1. So the warrior of the dead wins, and they need force to wound. So they don't manage to wound this one. Next, we get a 5 for the goblin. It needs a 6 to wound. That was close. We've got the next one. The warrior of the dead wins and needs a 4. Does manage to get that. And we've got the last fight. The Moria goblin wins and needs a 6 to kill, which it didn't manage. So that was the first round of fighting. No kills in the first round. So let's go to the second. And now for the second round of fighting, the warriors of the dead got the priority role, so they went into the same fights. And over here we got one goblin managed to pass its courage test. All of these froze. And then we've got 2 more here. One supporting this goblin and another fighting directly with this warrior of the dead. So let's see the next round. So 2 goblin dice and 1 warrior of the dead. And the warrior of the dead wins, so he will wound on a 4. Doesn't manage that. So the next 1-on-1. The warrior of the dead wins and needs a 4. He gets a 5. So first blood. Then we've got a 1-on-1 over here. The warrior of the dead wins and needs a 5. Gets it. So another goblin down. And we've got a 3 against 1 fight over here. So just need that one. And the warrior gets a 6 also against the goblin. So he wins. And now he needs a 4+2 wound. So he takes out this one. So 3 goblins down on the second round of fighting. Let's see the third round of fighting. And now for the third round of fighting. So the warriors of the dead got priority once again. They were pushed back, these goblins, so he went into one of them. The other did not manage to pass its courage test to charge. This one didn't pass, and this one didn't pass, so they just freeze up. One passed over here, so it's 2 against 1. 1-on-1, 1-on-1, and 1-on-1. So let's see how the fight proceeds. So first, 1-on-1. The goblin wins and needs first a 6 and then a 4 because it's the one with the shield. Doesn't manage to do anything. 2 against 1. The warrior of the dead wins, so he needs a 4+ to wound. Didn't manage to get that one. And then we've got a 1-on-1 fight. The warrior of the dead wins with a high fight value. Does not kill. And then we've got the last fight. The goblin warrior wins and needs a 6 to wound. So 1 warrior of the dead down. So that was the third round of fighting. Only 1 warrior of the dead down and no goblins. So let's see the fourth. So for the fourth round of fighting, the Moria goblins got the priority roll this time. 2 of them managed to charge into this Moria of the Dead. We've had 1 charge over here, and no charge from the rest, so he charged into this one. So we've got a 2 against 1 fight, 1-on-1 and 1-on-1. So let's see the first fight here. The Moria goblins win. Now they first need 6s, and they don't manage to get that. So no kill. We've got 1-on-1. The Moria goblin wins and gets a 1, so no kill. And we've got the last one. The Warrior of the Dead wins with a 5 and needs 4s to wound. So 1 Moria goblin down in the 4th round of fighting. Let's see the 5th. So here for the 5th round of fighting, the Moria goblins got the priority roll once again, so they had to charge and pass a courage test. Only 3 of them passed the tests, so it's a lot of 1-on-1 fights. So 1-on-1, the Warrior of the Dead wins and scores a wound. So 1 Moria goblin down. Then we've got another 1-on-1. Moria goblin wins and needs a 6 to wound, gets a 1. And then the last one, the Moria goblin wins with a 2 against a 1 and needs a 6 to kill. So only 1 Moria goblin down this 5th round of fighting. So let's see the 6th round. So for the 6th round of fighting, the Warriors of the Dead got priority, and we've got a 1-on-1 fight, 2 against 1 fight here, 1-on-1 and 2-on-1 here. So only 1 didn't manage because the Warriors went into some and the rest passed their courage tests. So 1-on-1, and the Moria goblin wins with a 6 against a 5 and needs a 6 first and then a 4, doesn't manage that. Then we've got 2 Moria goblins against 1 Warrior of the Dead. The goblins win, they need 6s, they don't get 1, and now we've got 2 against 1. The goblins win once again, and they need 6s to wound, and they don't manage that. So that was the 6th round of fighting, no casualties. Let's see the 7th round of fighting. So for the 7th round of fighting, the Moria goblins got the priority roll and didn't manage to get into contact with any of the Warriors of the Dead, so they went into them. We've got 2 against 1 here, so maybe they can manage to get a kill. So first 1-on-1. The Warrior of the Dead wins with a 6 against a 4, and now needs 4+, so he's down. And now we have 2 Warriors of the Dead against 1 Moria goblin. And the Warriors of the Dead win. The 6, and now they need 4s. Of course, they get 2 6s now, so 1 more goblin down. Now we go into this to the 8th round of fighting. So for the 8th round, the goblins got the priority roll, and a lot of them, actually 3 of them, charged. So they, the 2 Warriors of the Dead had to charge into these to split up the fight. So a lot of 1-on-1 fights, and the last Moria goblin didn't pass its courage test. So let's see, 1-on-1 first. The Warrior of the Dead wins and needs 4 to wound, getting a 5. So next fight, the goblin wins, needing first a 6 and then a 4, doesn't manage that. And the last fight, 1-on-1, the goblin wins, needs a 6, gets a 6, so another Warrior of the Dead down. Exciting battle. So that was the 8th round of fighting. Let's see the 9th. So for the 9th round of fighting, the Moria goblins once again got priority. They didn't manage to charge any of the Warriors of the Dead because of no past courage tests. So both of these Warrior of the Deads went into this Moria goblin, so they have a higher chance of killing. So let's see. They win. Now they only need 4s to wound. Of course, getting none. So we have to go into the 10th round of fighting. So for the 10th round of fighting, the Warriors of the Dead got priority. They went into the same, and then we had 1 goblin here who managed to pass its test and get into a fight with this Warrior of the Dead. So let's see, 2 1-on-1 fights, 1-on-1. The goblin wins and needs a 6 to wound, doesn't get it. And the last one, The goblin wins, needs first a 6 and then a 4. Gets a 6 and no 4. So because of the shield on the Warrior of the Dead. So that was the 10th round. So this 11th round of fighting, the goblins got priority. They didn't manage to charge any of the Warriors of the Dead, so both of them charged this poor Moria goblin. So we've got 2 against 1. And the Moria goblin wins. So strikes at this one. Getting a 2, that's not enough. Let's see the 12th round. So for the 12th round, the Moria goblins got priority. One of them didn't pass its test, so they split up into these. So this one charged, and then the other Warrior of the Dead went into this one. So 2 1-on-1 fights. Let's see the first one. It's 2 against 1, so a 4 up. He's killing. Nope. And then we've got the next fight again, Warrior of the Dead, and he's getting 1, so no kill. Let's see the 13th round of fighting. Once again, the goblins got priority. He charged into one of them. The other one charged this one, so it's a 2 against 1. The Warriors of the Dead win, and now they need 4s to kill, getting 1. So in the 13th round of fighting, 1 Moria goblin was killed. Let's see the 14th round. So once again, the goblins got priority. The one of them charged the Warrior of the Dead. The other warrior went into the same fight, trying to kill this one, having a greater chance of doing that. So 2 against 1, and a 6 to both of them. The Warriors of the Dead have a higher fight value, so they just need a 4. Of course, they don't get it. So we go into the 15th round of fighting. So the same setup. The Warriors of the Dead got the priority this turn, went into this one, and this one failed its courage test, so 2 against 1. The Warriors of the Dead win, and now they only need 4s. Getting a 4, killing 1. So 1 Moria goblin left. Let's see the 16th round of fighting. So for the 16th round of fighting, the goblin got priority, charged into one of them, and the other one went into the fight also, so it's 2 against 1. The Warriors of the Dead win, and they managed to kill the last one at last. So 4 Warriors of the Dead against 11 Goblin Warriors of Moria, and the Warriors of the Dead won this fight, mainly because of a lot of failed courage tests, but that's one of the benefits of causing terror. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.